All right, today, this evening, before some rain, I hope, let's take a look at a part of the pastures we don't really show. This is called, by Elaine and I, Escobaland, because when we were indirectly given permission to use it, it was all escobas. And now the majority of them are cut away, and it's home to a giant dirt bath. The ladies have created this for themselves, and they're here often when there's at least a little moisture in the ground, because you can see this dries out quickly. It's still greener than a lot of parts around here, but mostly it's yellowed due to heat and a lack of water. So if you don't know, escobas are brooms. This is an escoba. They're plentiful in these parts. So last August and September and October we cleared this, and so it's called Escobaland. In addition to Escobaland, and look, alpacas generally, not always, use a communal bathroom in the same place day after day. Not always. That's a myth. Often is a better word. So, indirectly, we have permission to use this sort of even less, more indirectly? Yeah, more indirectly than that piece over there. This is a huerta, as was that. Let's go back. These were huertas, which in Spanish, translated to English, are vegetable gardens and orchards. Small ones are called huertos, larger ones are called huertas. This would have been two families. I think they grew potatoes here. And the reason I say two families, sorry, I'm taking you back here. Two families would have grown trigal, which would be wheat, or potatoes. I don't remember what this was used for. But see this stone here? This is the stone which divides the pasture into two. It's not a pasture, it's a garden. Sorry. This would have been the line. One family on the left, one family on the right. Anyway, you can see some of these dead escobas or brooms piled up here to form a fence. Whoop. Stone fence, very short. The alpacas, or the horses, were going to come in here. We didn't want the horses in here. They're now blocked further away. So we opened this up for the ladies, and this too is an old huerta, an old vegetable garden, complete with an abandoned apple tree, which is really two apple trees. One which seems to produce very little. It's a bad year for apples up here. And this one, which is for this year quite successful. Look, here's an apple. Don't know what it is, another apple. I'm going to take them home. Anyway, there are a few apples up there at the higher. Oh, there's a good group of them. So We use this one too, another communal bathroom. And so these are huertas. Unknown who owns them. And then this one, which is very clear who owns it. It's one of our summer neighbors, and his father was a beloved character here. And I want to show you, the animals do come over here. This is not the top-notch place for them to come, which I'm happy, because again, it's not clear whether the owner is happy to have them here. And not very happy apple tree. But what this place is all about is castaños, or chestnuts. So the family has a chestnut tree, and the father built this chozo for reasons I can't tell you, because I don't know. This is a hut that the cattlemen or sheep herders would stay in the lower elevations during winter. They would build one of these to live in while they watched their herd of cattle or flock of, or a group of, I don't know if it's a flock of sheep, no, herd of sheep? Doesn't sound right either. Anyway, sheep or cattle would be taken to the lower elevations for the winter, and he built one up here, just still standing. Anyway, this huerta has been transformed into chestnut trees quite successfully, a few not so successful apple trees, and you see the stone fence and the old barbed wire that is useless in these days, and the alpacas will wander through. Not so much here, but up here, yes. Another family garden, lost to forest. And we do have permission to use one of these two up here. The ladies couldn't remember. They're called the habaneras, which means soap makers. They come here and spend August and September. And I think this is the one we have their permission to use. And the alpacas have created quite a bathroom up here. Some chestnut trees. And an oak over here, or is this all chestnut? Maybe it's all chestnut. Yeah, it's all chestnut. Anyway, this one we have permission to use. The others, who knows? So there you go. The Upper Huertas. There's more, but I think this is plenty to give you an idea of what we're slowly reclaiming from the forest.